Okay, that was a really incredible game, I thought. The dynamism of chess. So even against the Slav, you know, you can make it fun if you gambit on somebody. So, yeah, let's play another gambit. Morris Smith, is he going to accept? Is he going to be chicken? No, he's not chicken. I think I'll play it with f4, or is that going to weaken this tiger too much? I'll play it with f4, yeah. Try maybe castle queenside. Or kingside maybe? Or, okay, kingside. It looks as though that was a fast b5. So, how about e5 here? Is that useful? Right. Can I just carry on with f5? Is that too cheeky? f5. I think I will carry on with f5. Try and tear open the lines quite quickly, like that IM did against me in that king's engine. That was horrific. So the king's in the centre. Development's a bit lagging. It's made luxurious a6 and b5. This bishop's actually behind this pawn on d5. So positioning, you know, this bishop's not that active. Can I just sack the knight? Can I just play takes? Why not? Do I have to move the knight? It's knight g5. Takes the knight, or takes on e5. Rook takes f8. Is that useful? Knight g5 actually threatens knight e6. She actually hits those two. I think I'll go for it then. So it actually does something. So b takes knight takes e6 with a devastating fork. So maybe f4 was justified the way he's played it. Mind you, there's bishop c5 check, and then king moves and then takes, but then knight takes e6 again. Queen would have to protect the bishop. I have to take it from there, I think. It looks dangerous, black. Okay, what about, so knight takes e6 here. Or there's rook takes f8, king takes knight e6, win the queen, rook takes f8. Okay, so this looks pleasant. There's bishop b5 check maybe. Takes bishop c6. Well, there's rook takes. There's rook f7 takes. There's queen e6. That looks actually quite crushing. Queen e6. King d8. Knight takes f7. I think I'll play that. Actually, I was just winning the queen. It's just crush. Absolute devastation. Okay. Bishop f4 here. Bishop f4 looks good, just developing a piece. B takes, bishop e5. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm going to do queen c5, queen e6. So knight takes f7, queen e6 is still pattern. So I think his king in the centre. I think it's still getting murdered here because of queen e6. And knight takes f7 next. And knight takes f7. Is that the strongest? Looks pretty strong. Knight takes f7. Knight d6 next. Called 18 move crush. That was a bit brutal. I don't usually brutalise opponents so badly. But you know, he did allow f5 here. It is like not only peeling open the pawn chain at the exploitable base, it's opening the f-file dynamically. It's the dynamic trump cards, king in the centre, that are being played with as well. And I'm encouraged to just sack a knight on c3 because it does gain time for the attack, especially from that other game just played. So this introduces like rook takes f8, knight e6s. So rook f8 is obviously missed because of the nice fork. So here knight takes f7, there's queen takes e6, king moves knight f7. So here again I don't have to move the knights because I just want to peel open his king. It's just a devastating game. Yeah, comments or questions on YouTube. I think it was KingsCrusher to that. Thanks very much. In fact, is there time for another one on this video? Could try another one on this video. It's only like 5 minutes. GM Baccara. So 2600. Now, when you're playing at 2600, but I will try and play a normal opening. I often play Nxc3 in Bullet, but okay, he's played knight f3. Hasn't really tested it. This is probably a bit provocative, isn't it? Asking for d5 and just to get murdered. Yes. Okay. This doesn't look good. Why did I do this? I wanted a sort of surprise thing. So so the surprise would be how long I can last from this position. So knight e5 or back, probably back to b8. So d6, e5, and just play it like King's Indian. Pawn to be blocked. Obviously, that's the plan. Okay. I think d6 takes knight g5 is annoying. So maybe castles first. Okay, now d6. But there's still this idea that it just takes knight g5. So what about e5 here? I think if d6, maybe I'd take a knight c6. Takes, I get the c file potentially, if I can get this bishop out, that is, which is probably unlikely. Alright, I'll stop the immediate onslaught, although h5 there's bishop h6. He's playing rather crudely, but yeah, I don't blame him. So d6 is going to be probably pivotal to get this pin on f7. Okay, hack attack coming with bishop h6. Does the queen want to bother taking on d6? Probably not. Any surprise ideas here? Probably not. I can't see anything. Maybe queen a5. b5 would be a surprise idea. Okay, b5 it is. Obviously there's a big counter attack coming on b2 now after b5. Actually there's queen a5. No, there isn't queen a5. So knight d4. This bishop's a bit of a problem. There's knight a5. Bishop moves back. Seems harmless. Bishop a6. It does give me bishop a6. I'm going to go for that. Although my king's probably getting it very, very soon. I get this bishop a6 in. Still, this knight's stopping any use of c4. So, okay, f7 is a bit of a problem as well. That looks fairly dire. Yeah. So, I could wait for knight takes f7. Play rook b6. Rook takes b2. Queen. It's gone, isn't it? Some sort of sack. Knight c4 takes, d5 takes e4. Problem is f7. It's a real problem here. Can't defend that very easily. Queen c7 might threaten knight b3 check in some lines, so I'll play that. Queen c7. Its bonus is actually still defending the knight on a5 as well. Don't mind losing the exchange if I can get some counterplay. Hey, he's thinking here. There's a problem set here of some sort. I don't know why it's so strong on the ICC at the moment. All these title players. Okay. Oh, what? Queen c3? Queen c3? I suppose that'll do. Queen c3, why not? I don't know, I'll take. Okay, so f7 is still a big problem. Do I get another knight over here? I'll try and play bishop c4, knight f7, bishop c4. Knight f7 though, bishop c4. Knight f7, knight c4. What about knight c4? No, it just takes. Bishop e2, that doesn't do anything. Does anything do anything? Anything? Can't move my king. Horrible to discover the check. So bishop f6 might be something to do. To just play king g7 to get out of this horrible stuff going on here. It's giving me bishop c3, glimmer of hope perhaps, because now there's bishop b2 introduced into the position. Not that it does anything, because he's always got king d2. So okay, so I just seem to be losing the exchange for nothing, unless there's something. Is there something with these knights? They don't look particularly good. This bishop looks alright, but bishop b2 is not a very very long-term trick. This king just goes to d2, unless there's rook d8 in that sort of position. Anyway, I think this is a logical move. Okay, he's going to munch with his king with king c2, but then rook a3. Okay, I'll go for that. So the bishop's on a1 anyway. There's knight b4. Hang on. There's knight b4, which he's just stopped. Ouch. Glimmer of hope just extinguished. Bang, gone. And this is bishop b4. Does that keep the glimmer of hope alive? Bishop b4. Knight's kind of pesky. There's king b2. Rook a2, king takes c3. So knight b4. So rook a1's rook c3. I think knight b4. Choose bishop c3. Bishop c3, rook c3. Can't get the bishop out still. Oh dear, running short time as well. Okay, 30 seconds. Play this though, and try and get the bishop to do something. Maybe rook c2, but he's got rook c1. Ouch. Bishop a3. No, it's hopeless. It's all gone. 22 seconds. This doesn't look good. Bishop a3 doesn't work. I think that's over. All the pieces are hanging. About to lose on time. Resign. So he's pretty good, isn't he? Junio Baccara. He's not bad at 5 minutes. These GMs, sometimes they're not bad at 5 minutes. But I didn't really help probably with this surprise opening. I mean, this is already too much. That queen c3 was a surprising move, but it's all over. Comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks very much.